a unibody is designed to really, the body panels on a unibody is what keeps the car square and conform. Once you start cutting that stuff off, it's no longer strong anymore. So once we did remove, you know, 3/4 of the car, we really had to go back and reconstruct how the car was put together. So, and in essence, although it is a Mustang, we kind of created a rolling chassis of a Mustang. So from there, we actually mounted the body and then sectioned it and filled up each seam. So this fender, this mold stopped here and started here. So there's actually a seam line that was actually blended back together to bond these two pieces together. Front, rear. Also, we've done here at the roof line. The only part of the car that actually stayed Ford or stayed Mustang was just the windshield frame line, which I didn't kind of want to take that out. It made more sense to keep that. But everything else was actually hand sculpted.
Okay, so speaking of the structural integrity, given the power of the engine, have you guys actually taken this to any kind of speed?
Yes, about a week ago we did a 7-hour discovery shoot driving the vehicle, and I ranged from speeds of 30 to 110 miles an hour. So the car actually, believe it or not, without any major CAD computer drawings or anything to be certain that the car would function normal. In essence, we really didn't do anything besides cap a new body over a Mustang. So in reality, nothing should really change besides the fact that that we added more horsepower and actually stiffened the car up. It's really the same car rolling. So it still functions and drives just as well as a Mustang does. Granted, it's not, you don't have the same comfort in the seat, just because it's more of a concept look, and I think that's really the only thing that was really uncomfortable about the car. It drives normal, it has air ride suspension, so the suspension is amazing on it. It feels probably a little tighter than the factory Mustang, and obviously the torque is unbelievable. You get on throttle and it wants to break the tires loose. So.
Do you have any idea what the weight difference is?
Yeah, the factory Mustang convertible is 37 and change, 3,700 pounds and change, and this car roughly weighs about 31 and change now. So we've added almost 3.5–4 times the horsepower and shed off about 800 pounds. So that says a lot.
What is it like steering actually with that?
Believe it or not, nothing's changed on the steering assembly. The design of the steering assembly is really the factory rack. The factory rack, steering rack is still intact, still in place. One that was done was it was linked to a gear reduction system that has a spline shaft in it, and that shaft actually slides in and out of the gears and turns the steering rack. So nothing's changed. All we've done is taken basically another version of the factory steering column and just made the shaft slide in and out versus stay stationary. So there's really no difference. It drives like a normal car.